Hey guys, it's been a while since I've been able to do a full-blown episode, but I had some time this week to sit down and do one of these, so we're going to go back to a regular on this channel, Andy Ditch the Poopsquatch. We're going to be looking at some calls Andy made where he got into arguments with his dad, his caregiver, and crisis center workers. These calls aren't super recent. Something tells me a lot of you have probably already seen these, or well, heard these by now, but since I hadn't covered them, I figured might as well do that, and it just once again shows how much of a scumbag Andy really is. And spoiler alert, dude has an absolute crash out on several of these. Get you some booze or whatever you use to help you get through just painful videos, because some tells me this is going to be a rough one. You might want to strap yourselves in. So on February 5th, 2025, while Andy had conned his way into having someone care for him again, he decided to call his dad and ask him who his legal guardian is, and it doesn't go so well. Let's take a listen to it.
Hey Dad, look at your message. I'll show up tomorrow for myself, don't worry, okay? But don't yell at me if I run out of food stamps at the end of the month. Or because I can't manage it, and I need help making decisions.
Furthermore, Andy, you still need to pay somebody to get it delivered, so we have to go.
Well, Dad, you won't give me any help. You want me to do it all. You want Will to do it all. Will isn't my payee. You are my payee. It's your job to help me with that.
The description of the archive of this highlights this, but Andy talking about spending all of his food stamps is one of his threats to manipulate others into doing what he wants. And at the time, again, according to what was in the description, Tom, his dad, was his payee, just to give you some more context. Well, let's keep watching or listening, I guess.
If you don't want to be my guardian and payee, get somebody else to be guardian for me, Dad.
Hey, Andy, why don't you? You're the one that could do it. Don't forget, you're going to ask next month, you got a hearing coming up, to be your own payee.
I can't do that if you're my guardian.
Hey, Andy, you already heard what I said. You don't want me to be it anyway, so petition.
I don't want you as my guardian, but I have no fucking choice, Dad, do I? Cause you won't get, go to court to get somebody else to do that you don't want to do.
It's not up to me, Andy.
It's not up to you when you're the guardian?
I'm not your guardian.
Dad, everybody has said you are.
They can say whatever they want, but I'm not your guardian.
Then, Dad, if you're not my guardian, who is?
Nobody. That's why Daryl was supposed to do it, and Daryl refuses to do it, remember?
Who is? Okay, hang on. So how can you make my medical decisions then?
Andy, are you out of control or what?
How can you make my medical decisions then?
So Andy doesn't have a guardian at all then. That's fucking hilarious. The archive description also says this too, and I'll just read straight from there.
A tense phone call between Andrew and Tom regarding who is Andrew's legal guardian. The answer is, of course, no one. No state agency has currently deemed Andrew as in need of a guardian.
You know Andy is molding over that.
How are you able to make my medical decisions then if you're not my guardian? Because that's illegal to do.
That's right, I'm sure. Let's go to the state where I'm heading.
Because I don't have capacity to have you make decisions for me.
Sure you do. You already told Social Security you want to be your own payee.
Because, Dad, you don't want to do anything that I need help with. Remember, you said suddenly...
Andy, we do what we can, and everything else has to let go because you have to work with what financials and what you have.
Okay, Dad, I get paid tomorrow with food stamps. Why can't you help me shop? Because it's too much fucking work for you, Dad. You don't want to do the things I need help with. You want Will to do it all. You just want me.
I don't know what you need.
You don't know what I need?
For food food, yes.
You don't know what I want? You don't know what I like?
Order something for you where you don't know, you don't tell me what you eat. You don't, Andy.
You don't know what I eat?
Send me a list of what you eat and we'll put it online. Goodbye.
You don't know what I eat?
Tom Ditch is so sick of his shit. And I can't say he's wrong for that. Honestly, I don't think I'd answer the phone if I was in his position. I wouldn't be doing shit for Andy. Andy just wants everyone to do everything for him and it's beyond pathetic. And I'm pretty sure he harasses his dad like this as some way of getting back at him. For the dad just, you know, not really putting up with this stuff, not humoring it as much as Andy would want him to. I'm 90% sure that's what it is. But this is where the call between him and his dad ends, but the recording ain't done. But since it's just Andy whining and bitching to no one, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it is extremely obnoxious, I'm just gonna hop over to another call that took place on February the 7th, where the two argue some more. This one's pretty short, but Tom drops some good old truth nukes on Andy.
Find out who's on the case.
Deanne is on the case.
Tell them.
The lady that I just texted you and Joe with is my APS worker.
Tell her.
She told me, Dad, and you want to get a recording on the YouTube, saying that you to call the attorney and pay for it. I'm only the messenger boy. Play the link if you don't believe, the YouTube video if you don't believe me.
You know, Andy, we went through the same shit when you were here.
I want an attorney, Dad.
You got a chance to get a guardian, you ran away.
Why? Because I didn't think I was going to get any help because what Sister's Hospital did. I didn't have anywhere to live during that night. Dad, I'm sorry. You said to move here. Hang on.
Now you're going to start all over, and you're not where you're at right now, but now you have to go one more step deeper, and you got to be patient.
Dad, hang on. Let me ask you this. I can't switch. I can't be. So the attorney I talked to today said that this here. Did you give APS permission to allow me to be here?
No, Andy, you did it yourself when you got off the bus and never went back on it.
So legally, I can't be here. Thank you for telling me that. I have you on recording. And can you repeat that again?
No, Andy, I didn't do it. You did it.
I did it. Okay, Dad. I did it. I don't have capacity. But I made that decision. Okay, Dad. Okay, Dad. Thank you. You gave me... Now I'm going to have to go back to fucking New York State.
The hospital said you're incompetent in certain areas. In certain areas, you're not incompetent.
No, Dad. That's not what the hospital said at all.
Bullshit. I'm not going to get into it. Recording, I'm hanging up. Goodbye.
Dad, I have the medical records from the hospital and my doctor. You don't like to hear the truth.
That last line at the end, pot meat kettle. Andy can't handle it when people call him out on his bullshit, and we've seen that multiple times. You can watch the other, I don't know how many of these videos I've made on Andy at this point, but you can watch those for more examples of what happens when people don't buy into his lies. His father isn't the only one having to put up with this garbage, unfortunately. He was caught causing chaos for his caregiver and crisis center employees. Oh boy, let's get into that. Alright, so we actually got several calls to go through. Some of these aren't actually calls and are videos, but to summarize, Andy's been making his caregiver's life a living hell, and it escalated to what I'm just gonna call the Hamburger incident. Before we dive into that though, I am gonna roll some clips of Andy arguing with the caregiver that likely led up to the Hamburger incident.
Can I ask you a question? I don't need help with diaper, you said, right? Or wiping?
You said yourself that you don't need help with
You
diaper.
said that.
You said you don't want to wear your diaper.
Do I have to wear one?
I said, yes, you have to wear one. And I said, I know that you can do it yourself, so do it yourself. You said
And I said I need help with that. And you said I don't.
I said you could
So
do it
guess
yourself.
what? I don't want to have help.
And then you said no. If I'm not gonna help,
No, I don't want your help because you said I don't need it. Okay?
So
Here,
now you're gonna
deal with it. Deal with it. Because you said I don't need help putting down. I don't need help waiting. Okay, I know
I
you're
will help you.
causing rash. No, because that would be harassment. Because I don't want your help now.
So you're wasting your diapers.
I don't want your help now. You said I need help.
And look, you whip. Why did you?
Because you said I don't need any help.
Okay, are you gonna listen to me?
No, I'm not wearing it. Just
Okay,
leave
you
me
don't have
alone.
to wear it. Just listen.
I'm leaving because you said I don't need help
Alright,
putting it on.
you can leave or whatever, but let me speak.
No, because you said I don't need your help. So please leave me
I
alone.
never said you.
Please leave me alone. You said I don't. You said I can do it on my own and I don't need it.
I said if you can do it on your own, try to do it on your own.
But I need help.
Okay,
You said no. So forget it. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone.
All I want to see if you
I'm
can do it
leaving.
yourself.
I don't want to put it on because I don't want to because I need help.
So you don't want to put your diaper on.
And you don't want to listen. I need help.
I will help you.
No, forget it. I don't want your help. You said no, please. It's no. Don't confuse me because I'm recording you.
Look, I honestly said.
Dude, please don't confuse me after saying no.
I am recording too. You know?
Please leave me alone.
I am recording too, buddy.
I'm late. Can I leave?
That's your right.
Okay, on to the main event, the real beef of this situation, pun intended. So this isn't a call per se, it's more of an audio recording of Andy flipping out at one of his caregivers because he thinks that they are implying or saying that he fakes, which, I mean, at this point, I think we all know the truth on that. But the Poopsquatch is nothing if not committed to the shtick of faking disabilities or problems to game the system. In the description of this video from the archive, oh boy, it's already a trip.
Andrew states to his home health worker that he will cook a hamburger knowing it's not safe to do so. This is one of Andrew's thinly veiled threats. When he believes someone has called him fake, he will spitefully use kitchen appliances in knowingly unsafe ways, pretending that he does not know how to use them. This is to purposefully cause the other person to be fearful that he will start a fire or otherwise damage property. Please note, Andrew absolutely knows how to use a stove. By his own admission, he had worked at McDonald's for over 3 years and was in training to be a manager. See this video for more.
This video was recorded on February 8th, 2025. Seems like Andy had a busy early February from what I've seen so far, but why don't we take a listen to it?
Hey, if I run away, would you call cops? Would you? So I know you don't think I'm gonna go. I'll do that just knowing I can get hit by a car and die. Oh, by the way, anybody cook a hamburger knowing it's not safe. Cause I know it's not safe for me and I don't. And I used to work at McDonald's so I can do it. It's that fake. And if I get hurt, it's on you. Because you're allowing me to do something that's not safe. Because I don't need any help. So you do that. I fake. You say I fake, I don't need any help. And if I run away, it's on you because I don't need any fucking help. No, I'm cooking, man. Okay. You say I fucking fake, man. I don't need fucking help.
What a manipulative little bastard. The summary of the archive put it best that he intended to misuse the equipment to cause damage if the staff doesn't stop him. Totally not malicious behavior, right? Let's not forget that even if the staff member did allow him to use the equipment and it did cause damage, it would probably be on the staff person's head. I'd imagine if the caregiver actually let him do that, they would probably get blacklisted and fired. You know, if something happened, but I don't work in any medical fields. I'm not sure how strict they are about that, but I imagine they would be.
No, I don't want to cook that. It's my kitchen. It's my house. And my food. I'm cooking
It's not your house. You have a room that is not your house.
But it's a shared place. Any kids don't need help
You
cooking.
don't overpay the bills.
I don't need any fucking help cooking. Or get dressed with like things across the street.
Go back to your room.
No, I'm not. I'm cooking now because I'm an adult. I'm an adult. I can cook
Go
that.
back to your room.
I'm an adult. I can cook that.
Go back to your room.
I'm an adult. I can cook that.
You're an adult, right?
I fake, remember? I used to work at McDonald's, remember?
Yeah. I'm watching your videos right now.
And you fake. I know. So, can I cook? It's my right. I went hungry. You didn't feed me.
I did feed you.
I want to cook that, please.
I already fed you.
I want to cook a hamburger, please.
I already fed you.
I want to cook a hamburger,
I already
please.
fed you.
But you can't deny me my food. And you can call Royal because you deny me food.
I already fed you.
No, I want to cook that, please. I think, remember? I think, remember?
Wait. The caregiver's been watching the Andy vids? Oh nah, bro. Andy's cooked. Pun intended. I love how he keeps trying to claim the guy didn't feed him earlier when the caregiver is just immediately firing back with, yes, I did. Again, totally not trying to make himself look like the victim when he posts this online, even though no one's buying it. It cracks me up that he tries to claim that this place is his house and the caregiver just immediately shuts that down. Unfortunately, it seems like Andy walked away from wherever he was recording this from, so the audio's a little scuffed right here, but he does say something that I think is kind of funny.
Then why am I fucking living here, bitch? I don't want to be in a shared care home because I fake. And you can't deny me cooking as you say I don't need any help. I fake. But you said I fake. You have me on fucking recording saying it. I'm cooking, man. You can't just block me from cooking as I fake. Let me cook, man. Because I have a right to eat, even though it's not safe. You know what? I don't give a fuck.
You're not allowed to turn on that.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I have a right. I can cook. There's nothing wrong with me, man. I fake.
Do you want me to make you a burger?
No! I'm doing it because I don't need your fucking help. I fake.
You want me to help make you a burger?
No! I don't want your help. I'm not a baby.
Oh, and I read somewhere on the forums that he does this snapping shit to try and pass off some sort of nervous tick. I'm pretty sure that's what you're hearing in the background. And I just remembered at one point Andy was trying to claim that he had Tourette syndrome.
Balls, bloody vaginal belch. You guys don't laugh. It makes me feel insecure about my illness.
Huh. Weird how that clip accurately describes Andy to a T. He is kind of like Cartman.
Again, it's like poetry, so if they rhyme.
But before we continue, I noticed something else here. There's another video that I won't cover because it's like 30-something minutes long, and I have a feeling this is going to be long as shit as it is. But Andy gets into an argument, and the cops show up, and he was showing his screen while I guess capturing the audio for this, and there was something there that made me raise an eyebrow. For those of you just listening and not watching, there's a video in here titled Diaper Duty Drama, and the thumbnail is a baby in a blue onesie. Make of that as you will. But getting back on track with his current tantrum, things only escalate from here because he decides to call a crisis center during this.
Crisis services.
Hi, Andy did call. I'm cooking something, and my caregiver says I fake it. I don't need any help, and I know I can't. I know I need help doing it, and not safe. Cause you guys say I don't need help. I'm an adult. Remember, it's McDonald's. Remember. Can you tell him get away from me because he don't want to help me? And she's mistreating me. I don't want to go through this.
I don't know.
Why do I have to have a caregiver for if I fake, huh?
Okay, Andy, that's not something.
That's mine. That's mine. I'm cooking, sir. I'm cooking. It's mine. I don't need your help.
Well, can I turn it down just a little bit?
You say I fake. I don't need any help.
Okay, is there somebody there with you, Andy?
Yeah, I don't want a caregiver because he said I don't need any help.
Okay, can I talk to your caregiver?
No, because you guys say I don't need any fucking help. I fake, remember? You guys say I fucking fake, that I don't need any help. I used to make my own fucking decisions.
Hello?
Okay, hello?
How are you, ma'am?
I don't want you talking. That's a HIPAA violation. You're not my caregiver tonight. I'm an adult. I don't need to give you permission to talk to someone.
I work for the company.
I fake, he said. You watching my YouTube videos. I fake.
So what the situation is that okay.
Did you catch that? Notice how the minute the caregiver starts talking to the crisis center person, Andy gets loud because he wants to control the narrative here, and when the yelling doesn't work, he just ends the call. This trait ain't unique to Andy. I've seen people in real life do this. Very manipulative people like to do this kind of thing where they'll try to present a narrative, and if anybody tries to shut it down, they'll just try to scream louder than them or prevent them from talking. It's beyond infuriating. And like I said, it's not unique to Andy at all. But that crisis center call did not go the way he thought it was, and now he's big mad. This would be funny if it wasn't the fact that this dude is calling a fucking crisis center a place people call when they are in a dark place mentally. And I don't mean how social media influencers be using it as an excuse when they do some heinous shit and get called out for it. I mean like a real mental turmoil. They have hit rock bottom. Like someone is contemplating ending their own lives level of dark mental places you aren't supposed to be in. There is a chance that the person talking to Andy and dealing with this bogus call could have gotten a call from someone who was genuinely needing someone to talk to before they did something irreversible. Not to get super dark here, the suicide rates in America are ridiculous. Sorry, I didn't mean to drag down the whole mood of this video, but it's just something that irks me every time he does that. But sadly, the incident doesn't end here.
Let me make you a burger.
What?
I'll make you a burger.
No.
What you want?
No. I'm not a baby, man. I'm not wanting you to say no.
I never said you were a baby, buddy.
Leave me alone, please. I don't feel comfortable with you. You call me fake.
Never called you fake. Never called you fake, buddy.
Leave me alone, please.
I never called you fake. Andy.
Leave me alone.
Me and you are close. We are
Please
friends.
leave me alone.
What is the problem? What's the problem?
You don't want to open my diaper and you don't care. I need help and you can't fake it.
I never said I wasn't going to help you. I said if you
No.
So, just to recap here, this whole tirade started out because the caregiver didn't immediately change his filthy ass diapers and asked him to try and change them himself, but also stated that he would help Andy if he couldn't do it. Can't say I'm surprised that that's what happened. Like, at this point, do I even need to say anything else? You know what? Let's just proceed with the full-on crash out.
Leave me alone.
I'm trying to
Leave me alone. Please, leave me alone. You don't want to help me. I don't want it now. Please. Leave me the fuck alone, man. You don't think I fucking need any help. Leave me the fuck alone. I want out. I want to wait from this place because I don't need any help. Everybody says they don't need help.
never say you need help, buddy.
I want to leave.
How can I help you? How can I help you?
No.
What can I do to help you, buddy?
I want to leave.
What can I do to help you?
I want to leave.
You want to go for a walk? You want to go for a walk?
I want to leave.
You want to go for a walk? Let's go.
No.
Come on, Andy. Let's go for a walk.
I want to leave.
Put your shoes on. Put on your jacket.
Please leave me alone. I think, okay? I don't need any help.
You know what? All right.
I want to leave.
All right. Take a break. I'll close the door and you just calm down.
Please. I want to leave. I don't want to be disabled. I can help the way I am. I can help I used to be to work when I had all kinds of fucking help before Mom's heart attack. That time it made me sad, because I want to work again, but my family doesn't want to help me to do it again with all the fucking help I had. And I don't want to do this anymore. I fucking think I fail.
Up, there he goes again, banging his head on things. That seems like his go-to whenever things aren't going his way. Maybe one of these days we'll get lucky and he'll give himself CTE and he'll forget how to upload or do all this act that just drives people crazy. Would you believe me if I told you that we aren't even halfway through this call yet? Oh boy.
I don't want help.
I'm not trying to help you. I actually want to talk to you, buddy.
I don't want to talk. I'm fake. I'm a fake. Please leave me alone. I followed my eyes. Ah, leave me alone. I want to leave. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
The description of the archive mentions that he went outside into the snow. There's a ton of dead air for a while that I'm not going to subject you all to, just for the sake of time and honestly because it's dead air. Like, what can I even do with that? But there is a part where the caregiver calls someone, I'm assuming it's like his supervisor or manager or whatever, and he explains to this person what just happened, because of things that obviously we don't see because, you know, we're kind of audio only here. And speaking of that audio, the audio is a little bit scuffed. I'm going to try and boost it in post. So that's pretty much the end of that absolute mess. Andy comes back inside and whines and complains and begs to be left alone, and then it ends. But if you thought that was the only time this fool called a crisis center for help, you're dead wrong, because I got another one of them for you. Also recorded on February the 8th. The description for this video already lets me know that it's about to be a handful. I mean, just listen to this.
Andrew calls crisis services demanding to be 302'd. A 302 is an involuntary commitment for psychiatric placement at an inpatient psychiatric unit. When he doesn't get his way, he has a tantrum, beating himself in the head and verbally assaulting the crisis services worker.
Yeah, I can already tell I'm gonna need another beer for this one. Hold on a second. Alright, let's do this.
Crisis services.
Hi, Edgy, Ditch calling you right. I have a sexual fetish. I fake. There's something wrong with me. You're right. You got your way. Okay, I'm admitting it, and it's on YouTube. I fake. I don't need any help. It's just an app. I just fake it. Remember, and I don't want help anymore. So please, I could run away, and you can't stop me because I'm an adult, and you're not my guardian. So I don't have to fucking listen to you. And you can't 302 me because you say I'm a fucking adult. Can you?
Okay, if you don't get any help, Andy, that's
Can you 302? If I run away, are you 302 me?
Andy, you're an adult. Yeah, I have no control over what you do.
So are you going to 302 me if I run away? Because if I want to know, are you going to 302 me? Because
Andy, if you want to be 302, then
you're
go to 201, which is voluntary. If
I don't want help.
hospital, you can go to the hospital.
I will not run away if I'm going to be 302 because I don't want help anymore. I fake, remember? That's what I'm trying to ask you. can you please tell me I'm not gonna be 302 because I fake? I'm an adult.
Okay, Andy, if you run away and if your staff that are there want to 302 you, they are able to petition. I can't say if it'll go through or not.
But you say but you can. Why would you? Why can't you 302 me? Because you say I fake. Just admit it.
I did not say that.
Just admit it. There's nothing fucking wrong with me. Just fucking wrong with me. Nothing fucking wrong with me. Just admit it, cunt. There's fucking wrong with me. Nothing wrong with me. I fake. Remember?
I swear, whenever he gets mad, he sounds like he's trying to impersonate Mickey Mouse. And, that didn't take too long for the tantrum to start, did it? I'd say the Poopsquatch is rather peeved that people aren't putting up with this shit anymore.
Andy, is your staff still there?
You don't fucking need to talk to them. I fake. Remember? Just admit it.
Can I speak to your staff?
I don't want to have a disability anymore. I don't want to be in diapers anymore. Just leave me the fuck alone. There's nothing wrong with me. I don't want anyone to help because I'm my own person.
Andy, I have no control.
And that was a rage quit. Yep, he just rage quit the call because they won't say what he wants them to, so that he can use it as a gotcha later. Nice try, Andy. But don't go anywhere because he calls them right back again.
Andy did call and I don't want a caregiver. He's not helping me. You don't want to help me. I don't want help. I fake. You got your way, okay? Can you please get rid of him? I don't want anyone here. I don't want any more help. I fake. I don't need it. I don't want to be this way anymore. Just, I don't want it. Please, I don't want to. I want to just be left alone. And I ripped up my diapers because he says I don't need help with that. I don't want it anymore. I don't want to be this way anymore. I don't want help anymore. Just fucking get rid of my caregiver, please. I don't want caregivers anymore. Until they get me out of here, I don't want anyone's fucking help anymore. You guys say I fucking fake, so please leave me alone.
I am on my way to the house. We're gonna get you some help.
I don't want anyone's help. I don't want to be in a caregiver role anymore. I don't want to be disabled. I just want you guys say I fake. There's nothing wrong with me. This guy was just calling me fake. This guy called me fake. It's on YouTube. Like, this conversation's going on YouTube.
What I find fascinating is when people record themselves in arguments with people and they somehow think posting it online will get people on their side. When the video or audio, whatever, makes them look like the douchebag in the situation. And this phenomenon isn't just limited to Andy. I see this a lot. Like, if you ever watch one of them Karen compilation videos on YouTube, a lot of times the Karens themselves are the ones recording the videos, and it's like, do they think that they look like they're in the right? When to anyone else looking in, they're gonna look at you and be like, yeah, you know, you in the wrong, you fucked up. But whenever I see those kind of videos, I just sit back and wonder, what is going through their head? Like, are you that deluded and narcissistic that you think this makes you look good to your average Joe? If they were to just stumble upon this video? Because let's be real, you uploaded this for sympathy and attention, and most likely you wanted positive attention. But it never goes that way. And Andy is no different. And I didn't mean to go on a tangent like that, but that's just something that it just never made any sense to me. But back to Andy making an ass out of himself for the 2000th time. I'm probably lowballing it at this point.
That's what I'm upset about. I asked him for help with putting a diaper on, and he said you don't need any help. And then started recording it.
Try to do it by yourself, and if you needed help, you would help you.
And I said I needed help. It's on YouTube.
Did you try to do it by yourself?
Well, I need help with that, so forget it. I don't want any help. He said I'm fake. I don't need it. So please, I don't want help. I don't want to be here in your care anymore.
Alright, well, I'm on my way to the house, and we'll take care of that when I get there.
And you guys say I'm fake.
Okay? I'll be there soon.
And you can't make this shit up. It's on recording.
You know what? A broken clock is right twice a day. That's the one thing I actually agree with Andy on. You cannot make this shit up. I think even the most talented writers on the planet could make something this outlandish and pass it off as real. Like, they would fuck it up. There's just no way. So that was the end of that call. I found another one on February 8th. He was on a roll. And he calls the crisis center yet again. I wish I was bullshitting you, but I'm not. And this one is particularly vile on Andy's part.
Crisis services.
Hi, my name's Andy. What's yours?
Okay, Andy, my name is Marilyn, and I'm on another call right now. Can I ask you to call back a little bit later if this is not a dire emergency?
I'm in crisis, and I'm running away because my caregiver don't want to help me with my diapers and hygiene. And I don't feel comfortable, and I need help, and it makes me feel like I don't need help. Can I run away knowing it's not safe for me?
Okay, Andy, you're an adult, and I know you've had this conversation with staff here several times, and you're an adult, and you're able to make these decisions.
Okay.
And, running away is not the best decision.
Okay.
But I do need to get back to my other call, all right?
Yeah, I know. You just don't want to help me. Okay, I'll go run away because you said I can do that. Okay, bye. And I know it's not safe for me, but I don't think I need any help because you said that.
I didn't say that.
No, I don't need help. I don't need help because you said I make decisions and all that. I fake. I know. I just do it for attention's sake. I know.
I'm going back to my other call, all right?
Okay, well, I won't have to call because I'm not taking my fucking phone.
The lady is on the phone with someone else who is likely in an actual fucking emergency. And this little shit wants to waste time crying and complaining and trying to get her to say he can run away. And notice how he tries to do the baby talk bullshit at the opening, saying, "Me, Andy." Dude, you know how to speak normally. Cut the bullshit. Alright, I'm gonna have to stop it here. There's some other videos around February where he's arguing with people, and there's a 30-minute call where he wants to complain about his caregivers and stuff. And I saw 3 videos on this archive that I cannot show you here, and I only clicked on one of them just to make sure it was absolutely what the title said it was, and I didn't click on the other 2. And when I tell you what the title of the videos are, you'll understand why I can't show them to you.
Warning, Andrew Ditch shows his open ABDL diaper filled with diarrhea.
Yeah, there's 3 parts to this, and they were uploaded towards the end of February. I've seen part 1, and I will spare you the horror of what's in it, and just don't say I don't do nothing for you guys. Also, because if I did show it, YouTube would take this video down, but that's besides the point. I wouldn't show that to you even if I was allowed to, because it's disgusting. And another thing that I don't think gets highlighted enough, and I have to remind myself that this is the reality we live in. Andy's mooching off of taxpayer dollars. Let that sink in. Whichever state that he is in, where he gets these care resources, not only is he taking it away from people who genuinely need it, like that level of care, he's also using your tax dollars to do it. Just a little food for thought. So I was going to end the video here, but after I finished recording the audio, a video floated into my recommended, and I saw that Andy's brother uploaded a video talking about what's going on with his mom, and the mom isn't doing so well. It sounds like she's not eating, which is never a good sign, especially for an elderly person. I hope she's okay. I'm going to link the full video below. But the brother also tells us that Andy's going to get evicted in 10 days. The video was uploaded on April 8th and was only viewable to members, but became viewable today at the time I'm recording this, which is the 9th. So as of right now, when I'm recording this, he's got 9 days left. But judging by how long this video is from just a raw audio, by the time you guys end up seeing this, it'll probably be less than that. I'm just going to play a tiny bit of the video. Like I said, I'm going to link the full thing below so you guys get the full context, because he talks about Andy for a while. I may have to pitch shift his audio a bit because there's some music in the background that might get me a claim if I leave it unedited.
And it's a good thing we didn't bring this stuff up to him just yet, because we learned today that he's going to be evicted in 10 days. And I don't like bringing this stuff up about my brother and that, but, you know, I get it, you know. He keeps kicking out his aides and workers, and the place where he's at is just basically at their end.
But on that note, I'm gonna head out. You guys have a good one, and I don't know when I'll have time to make another video, especially one like this, but I hope to see you then. And also shout out to Andrew Ditch Archive on Rumble. This video probably wouldn't exist without them archiving all of Andy's crap. God damn it, I gotta stop making puns like this. I didn't even mean to do it that time. But alright, for real, I'm gonna head out. You guys have a good one.